94, 45 caliber extendo. Now who's that peeking through my window? I guess you niggas got the wrong info. Fucking with me, you better know what you in for. I will catch a nigga slipping, make his family think you missing. Have him kicking out that ransom for the info. Pull up on the block in the bad motherfucker, wearing all my ice. Won't let a nigga touch me. I don't fuck with suckers when I see him, I duck 'em. They say the fast watch still yelling out, fuck 'em. I only fear God, I ain't worried about nothing. From the cradle to the grave, motherfucker, I'm thugging. Nigga bitch down till she yelling, I'm coming. Then I'm down with the wind, gotta get back to the money, this is it. I swear to God, this is it. You little niggas are quick.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to our vision, right? Any and Everything podcast by two kings. That's King Perez.
That's King DJ.
Hey, this is episode number 4. Before we get started with the introduction, y'all can follow us on Facebook. Add us on Facebook, at our group page, our podcast page, Any and Everything Podcast by Two Kings. You can follow us on YouTube. Subscribe us on YouTube, Any and Everything Podcast by Two Kings. And then you can also go on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram on Any and Everything by Two Kings. Any and Everything by Two Kings. So make sure y'all link up with that. One more thing before we get started. What number we gonna go?
Let's say 15.
15. Okay, this right here, you see I got it on. You see it's on my hat. This right here is the anniversary of my son's death. I lost my 2-year-old son to I lost my 2-year-old son to asthma a year ago, and this is his anniversary. If you can see it, it say "Long Live Duke the God." It's something that we did as a fundraiser. All proceeds went to asthma awareness, just bringing awareness to asthma, because whether you know it or not, it's a lot of people around you that don't speak on it that has it. So by all means, number 15, you can bang this shirt out. I know y'all seen the hat last week. I'm gonna want a picture. We're gonna post it on our page to celebrate you for your victory. And then we're gonna go from there. So the introduction. You wanna
Introduction?
This is she like, what up? This
Hey.
is go ahead.
Hey, I'm Shantelle. I'm here showing off my quartz. I got bracelets, creams, necklaces,
You see I got one on.
and roach clips. This one new for me. I just started making these maybe 2 days ago. So
What are they for? Explain them.
it's
Get into it.
everything is basically positive vibes on me. You
Right.
know what I mean, I started making these when I lost one of my family members, 18, on Black Friday. Black Friday. And I was walking around. I was just so negative. The first quartz that I ever had right now is the one I got on my finger right now. It's a rose quartz. My brother gave it to me. I stopped wearing it. And I sat down. I was losing myself, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Also got the creams. I got skin cream, hair cream. This one is strictly for hair. And then this is like the butter. This one is whipped.
The ones that know me know I'm gonna be on this one right here. Y'all know me. I ain't gonna take my hat off, but y'all, the ones that know me know that was mine already. I done already put the plug in for
Well, I
it.
don't think I need no hair cream. I think that's about over.
Yeah.
You can take the skin. Do the skin. Do the
I
skin.
do the skin.
You know what I'm saying?
Perez said his daughter said, "Daddy, why your hairline look like a U?" I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I said it was over then. I might
It was
as well
over.
get the clippers. It's a done deal.
But go ahead, finish talking about it. What brought you into this realm?
Okay, yeah, so I was in a very dark place. And I was just so negative. Any moment I ain't care where I was at. My job, anybody could have got. I was ready to lose it all, you know? And so I sat back and I came across this lady that she had asked me. I had put my quartz back on that my brother had brought me years ago. And she asked me, she was like, "Where you get that from?" I'm like, "My brother gave it to me." And she was like, "Oh, that's a rose quartz." I said, "Yeah, maybe one day I'm gonna start making my own. I'm gonna start rapping." And she was like, "What's your hold up?" And I said, "Me." You know what I'm saying? And when I said myself, that was a reality check. Because all of us, we tend to have dreams on doing things or say we're gonna do it.
That's right.
But we don't ever do it because we just say, okay, whatever I'm gonna do, but then procrastination, and we just forget about it. And you don't never try nothing to see how far you can go. You know what I mean? So when I started rapping them at work. I just started giving them away. And then everybody asked me like, why is you giving them away, Shantelle? You know what I'm saying? Like that junk that you, what you making ain't cheap. But I told them, I was like, it's like going here to put a price tag on it. But one thing about me is I don't never do nothing for the money, it's for the passion. If you do it for the money, you never succeed in life.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Majority of people that go in for the money, you tend to fail. So that's how I came on with the chords.
So explain what the wrap is. The ones that can see that the crystal is wrapped in, what the crystal is wrapped around, I should say. Explain what the wrap is.
It's just a wrap. It's just to hold it in there. Like this one right here, it's best to wrap it with copper.
Yeah.
This one right here it's aluminum. I just did this one because I was like, let me try something. It's
okay.
Style is cute. I'm like, let me try something different, and it's easier to wrap with it. The ones you see, I probably got a couple on this that's wrapped in copper as well, but
Copper is an energy conductor, right?
Yeah.
I know
I
a
mean,
little something.
and at the same time, it's like getting back into our culture.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We so far away from our culture, and we following everybody else's. I mean, I think it's we had long enough of everybody's teaching. We done learn everybody's religion. I think it's time that if we want to move, past. I mean, all the hardship that we've been through. It's time to,
get back to our roots.
Yeah. And get back to, what we believe in and what we, believe is true as a culture.
Yeah. I always ask people, I think I mentioned this maybe 2 episodes ago, what was our religion before slavery? Before we was enslaved, what was our religion? And a lot of people may look at this and say, oh, this is voodoo.
I got this.
This right here is voodoo. No, everything that she got on the table is from the earth. It's minerals and crystals, literally, that's from the earth. So it's all 100%. You can't. Well, you can man-make these, but you can't sugarcoat what she had because it's all authentic. Perfect word to use. It's all authentic. So, and
each one of them different.
I mean, I tell people a lot of times. I mean, when it comes to certain things, I'll be like, I need proof. Show me proof. Take me back. You know what I'm saying? Enlighten my mind. So, I mean, I do my own research.
that's true.
I mean, people always look at my tattoos and be like, what do your tattoos mean? My tattoos is history.
That's true.
I mean, thanks to Shantelle, she brought us these cups.
These fireball cups.
Dang.
boy.
I had to
Dang,
bless the
ain't
kings.
Look, she said no more red cups for y'all. Here y'all go. We just have the red cup session every week.
Right, this is our history. This is what's
true.
left for us to understand where we came from and the teachers. I mean, it's been hidden for so many years.
So long.
I mean, right now, nobody has nobody should be blind to where we come from. It's too much information
I was just
out
about
here.
to say the knowledge is out
The
there.
knowledge is out here. We was blocked
can't
from
have
the
it.
knowledge many years ago.
Yeah, you can't
I
have it now.
mean, it's out here. And the worst thing I heard somebody say that kind of really pissed me off is like, somebody said, when we were slaves and we came over here, we didn't even know how to read and write.
Yep. Yes.
Hold up. Let me enlighten you, homeboy. When we came over here after we were kidnapped, first of all,
Right.
after we were kidnapped, we didn't know how to read and write their language.
That's true.
But we knew how to read and write our language. We understood our language. But the plus to that, you didn't even want to teach us your language, but we learned and mastered your language, which was illegal for us to even know how to read or write your
They
language.
would beat you and kill you if they ever caught you reading, bro.
Exactly.
If they ever caught you reading.
So-
The only person who was allowed to read was the preacher.
So anybody that say, "Oh, we didn't know how to read and write, and we didn't know how to do this," you ignorant.
That's true.
You're illiterate. You're illiterate yourself. You ignorant. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if I take an average person, if I take an average American and drop him over in China, he's not gonna know how to speak Chinese. He's not gonna know how to write that language.
He's not gonna understand.
Exactly. So, you know, we as a community, we as people, we got a lot of things distorted, and our elders and stuff, it's up to us to, you know, absorb the energy and the teachings that they give us and not look at them like, you know, they crazy.
Right.
And it's time for us in this generation to break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? We go off every generation, and then we wonder why each generation is more worse than the last one. You understand? And so now it's for us. We gotta break that cycle. You know what I'm saying? We sit back and we complain all the time, like, what we gonna do about it? Like my kids, each one of my babies rock a crystal. I done gave every one of my team members, and I got a lot of them. It's like my child wear them. I gave it to my daughter. My kids love it, but they don't even know. And then when you mention the voodoo, it's funny because like I can sit back and I can talk to so many people, and they love me. I mean, a lot of people love me, but soon as I tell them I am not a religious person, I'm spiritual.
It's a difference.
It's everything. It's like, oh, she's evil, she's this, she's that. Okay, now they go to voodoo. What do that mean?
But and speaking of voodoo, what a lot of people don't understand, voodoo deals with nothing but spells. Spells deal nothing but with the language that we use, words. Spelling. So literally, spells is plain and simple. That is so. What is voodoo? All you doing is using words. You speaking it for the Christians. You speaking it into existence. So that's pretty much the same thing that the voodoo is doing. All they doing is speaking what they say, but they're so powerful within themselves that it manifests faster. It manifests faster. So you would look at them and be like, oh, that's voodoo. We stay away from that. But it's the same thing that the prophet in the church do. It's the same thing that the preacher do when he on the pulpit and he blessing you with something.
Exactly. You pay attention to the certain things that they say. Spelling words, the words that you use, the same thing you gotta say is a spell. Cursive, casting a curse. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the wordplay. What they saying, it's like one thing about us is that we content. We stay right there where we're taught. Is what we stick with.
Tradition.
Nobody want to look outside the box, look outside the book. I'm not even gonna lie, it's not an easy task. Like Perez is the one that made me look outside the box, and I won't tell y'all how we even got to this part or what, you know what I'm saying, made me look into it because he's something different. But he made me look outside that box, and then I ain't gonna lie. When I found out it wouldn't, when I got more spiritual, it was like finding out when I was 6 years old with no Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, you gotta look at it like this. When I was younger, I grew up basically in a family that was well-rounded around church. My thing is, when I walked through them doors, I never felt like I was in a place where I should be. I never got the energy from that surrounding. So that caused me to go research and look elsewhere because, like I tell everybody, I'm from the South, deep South.
Right.
So a lot of my history, you know what I'm saying, is that history of that dark age and that dark time. So, you know, I look at that. And, you know, even as a young kid, I thought to myself, like, okay, if we are descendants from Africans, how in the hell can we follow the same religion as our oppressors?
I tell everybody.
And I look at it like this. If I come to your house and I kill your father and I rape your mother, you know what I'm saying, and I pass your daughter along to other slave masters, how can you follow my religion? You know what I'm saying? If my religion is okay, we're going to go hang some niggas, then after we hang these niggas, we going to church to celebrate.
Right.
How can I be in that same religion as you?
Picnic.
I mean, I can't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, you know, over the course of time, one phrase I hear all the time is niggas is too forgiving, and they are too forgiving.
That's true.
Because
you got to think about it though. The Bible says what? Turn the other cheek.
And I'm not that forgiving. You come rape my grandma and you sodomize my granddad and you whore out my sister. I'm not that forgiving. You can't give me a book to tell me to turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do is be out on the lookout because I'm loading that AR, I'm loading that shotgun, whatever it takes, and I'm coming.
And you know one thing I asked one of my little young homies at work, I'm like, they sit back when you go to church, the first thing they do, they get you to stand up, you pray, you put your hand on the Bible, whatever. I mean, not church, I apologize, court.
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? And it's you praying to Jesus, right? But if I was to sit back and go to court, and I sat back and I go in the house and I kill your whole family, and I say, Jesus told me to do it. You gonna look at me, laugh, and think I'm crazy, but you want me to sit back and say that I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna run with it and believe in this, but it ain't gonna hold me up in court. But that's what it is, though.
That's
But
right.
see, most people gotta have that understanding of this. When it comes to religion, if I say that I believe in spirituality, basically, you know what I'm saying? I believe in a higher power, but I'm not putting a name to it. Why is it such a big thing to put a name to it? If it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, a mind control thing, or if it wasn't, you know, something other than what it is, why do I gotta say that I'm Christian? Why do I gotta say that I'm Muslim? Why do I gotta say that I'm Baptist?
You wanna know what I do? And I kill people with this all the time. The ones that know me, what do I call myself? I call myself God. And everybody's so quick to bash. But then I hit them with, how can you bash me for saying that when in the Bible it speaks on us being God? I mean, it's only one God. It's on how when God says don't serve no other God outside
God,
of me.
and your body is a temple.
It's a temple.
I mean, if you made
that's the servant.
If you made part from the Creator, that means
you are the Creator.
Exactly.
I have a son. My son is me. He's a little me. So everybody, it ain't a big G. It's a little G. No, bro. If I put God in the beginning of a sentence, it's a noun. So it's strategized as a G, a big G. I'm not gonna say God is who I am, but in the beginning of a sentence when I write it down, write lowercase g. No, I'm using the English structure of word usage. So whether you feel, I don't know, intimidated or afraid or whatever, you taking that based off your feelings because I know that it's a God above me.
But look at the wordplay like this. I'm gonna show you the wordplay. If I'm spiritual and you spiritual, we all brothers, right? So we just spiritual. Exactly. Brothers and sisters. Exactly. We are spiritual. So I mean, we have no difference or no inference in between us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I say that I'm Jehovah, and I say that she Christian, and I say that you Muslim,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be going head.
Exactly. It's a factor in between that because we want to be, you know, everybody want to be like, my God is the real God.
Yeah. My dad is better. My dad is the best.
You know what I'm saying? But if I say we spiritual, we get along. Yeah. So don't nobody want to get along. That's why they say, you know, I'm Muslim, I'm Christian, I'm Jehovah. It's always an in-between. Because if we all said that we were spiritual, it wouldn't be shit to argue about.
And that's what goes back now today in the black community, why we all don't get along. Because it's like, I make more money than you, this is that, this is that.
Always a competition.
It's always a competition.
Exactly.
And it can't start back from that religion.
But see, what people got to understand, in our community, and this goes to the community, the workplace and shit, we as black people, you know what I'm saying, depend on too many people.
Words out.
Oh, so how was somebody cut
shit? We depend on too many people to take care of us, and we don't take care of our fucking selves.
That's true.
Our community is fucked up because we depending on everybody else to take care of us, and we not take care of ourselves. Because if you look at it, and even from, why do you think they killed the Black Panthers? Why do you think they killed Huey and all the motherfuckers?
Unity.
Because it was too much unity. Why do you think they blew up Black Wall Street? Too much fucking unity. If we are consumers over a trillion, over $1.3 trillion a fucking year. 1.3 $3 fucking trillion a year, not million, not fucking billion, trillion. So imagine if we kept that shit in our community. Where the fuck would everybody else be? Why do you think they burnt down Black Wall Street? Why do you think
it's so powerful?
Why do you think the name of my fucking company is Black Wall Street? Because that's embodying of everything we fucking do.
And then you know when we went down and when we went down there to go get that Black Wall Street, and we was like, damn, what we gonna name the company? Perez like Black Wall Street. And when he said it, nobody had that name. It was meant to be because it's a reason. It's everything happened for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence. I don't give a fuck what you go through, the good, the bad, the ugly. You take that shit, eat that shit, and become your testimony.
All it do is make you stronger.
It make you stronger. But this shit ain't for everybody.
I'm gonna tell you why they shut down Black Wall Street. They shut down Black Wall Street because Black Wall Street had its own fucking lawyers.
Yep.
Black Wall Street had its own bank. Doctors,
hospital.
Exactly.
We had everything that you needed.
What the fuck do we need from anybody else
any
to make a living and survive?
And then the money stayed in our own community.
Exactly.
We gonna go all the way back though, cause everybody. This is another thing that pissed me off with my people is that we always trust so much to the government. But who the fuck dropped bombs on us? They call martial law. Our own government dropped bombs on us. They help, cause Black Wall Street, they didn't go out weak.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They fought. They was winning that shit. They had to call in the army. They had to drop bombs on us.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Fred, she done heard your ass cuss. She done let them motherfuckers go.
I said,
be yourself, baby. Be yourself.
I was waiting for this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened. They dropped bombs on us, our own government. And then we so trustworthy. We trust them more than we trust each other.
Ourselves.
But how can you do that with them same motherfuckers? We forget about the skiki. It's 2020. Ooh. But what about what they did to us?
Right.
I mean, like, people look at me like, okay, I'm personally not giving my kids these shots. Why is damn near 2,000 shots that they want to give my 1-year-old right now?
Yep.
And back when I was coming up, it was only 20.
But
you know what I mean? Right. Like, what's going on
if
now?
you go in an average household right now, and you ask them, and you ask their kids, tell me something about Black history. I bet you they say Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass,
Rosa Parks,
Malcolm X.
Right. Don't nobody know shit past that.
They can't tell you post-slavery. Why? Because it was suffocated.
And if you talk about Black history, the first thing they say, we were slaves.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing past. We were slaves.
Because that's where they start off in our history at school. Because you got to teach them outside.
This right here, these cups, this oil, this is our history, bro.
And I tell people, why do you think a lot of times British and all them colonies and stuff, they got our history locked away in the Vatican, locked away in basements, locked away in vaults because they don't want us to know the real history. I mean, they so quick to tell you if somebody commit a crime, they take that DNA. 2 weeks later, they tell you, oh, this person did it. They DNA link them to this crime. But when they go to Egypt and they pull up them mummies and shit, and they do the DNA on them, and first thing they say, it's inconclusive. We have no idea of who these people are.
And they be knowing. I challenge people. I say, if Adam and Eve, if the ones that know the Bible, I say, if Adam was on the earth first, right? So God put Adam to sleep, said, I'm gonna give you a helpmate. I create Eve, boom, off your rib, bang, there go your lady, there go your old lady. Adam and Eve had sex, they had Cain and Abel, right? Cain and Abel, one dealt with the fruit, one dealt with the motherfucking animals, right? Cain killed Abel. Cain killed Abel. And what was said? God came down and he said, where's your brother? He said, am I my brother's keeper? He said, no. Cain got mad and God dipped, walked away, and he started his own
Let me
culture.
ask you something.
Wait, hold on. But he remarried. If only ones that was on the earth was Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel, how was he able to remarry when it was just those four? Who did he remarry?
But let me ask you this. can you go dig up Cain?
You sure can.
Hey,
Can you go
look.
dig up Abel?
Hey, it's funny you
But
said
I bet
that.
you can go dig up King Tut.
I bet
Oh,
you
really?
can.
That's
bet
the
you
funniest
can go
part
dig
about it,
up
like,
every
they-
other ancestor in
I bet you
fucking
can.
Africa. You
That's
can.
the funniest
And
thing
they
ever
wrapped up and
because-
mummified.
Yeah,
Right.
look at this. Like, okay, you can't find Jesus right here on earth, right?
Let them
At
tell
all.
it they rose
But,
3
okay,
days.
But the fuck, okay.
But who got
I
it?
can't find
Who
him. I
got
can't
it
find him,
from?
right? But look, though, I can't find Mary. Where the fuck is the 12 disciples? What happened to them?
Right.
Give me somebody. Give me
Judah
something.
killed
They
himself.
went,
Then
they
don't
went
go-
Hoffa.
Don't go
They
back
gotta
to
be
the
with
book.
Hoffa because we never found Hoffa.
Hello,
So
don't go back.
they gotta
Don't go
be
back
with
to the
Hoffa.
Bible. Don't go back to the Bible. I need proof. Show me
We
it
gotta
existence. I need
stop
it.
being afraid to research outside
And dude,
of the only
that's
book
what
that
it
they
is.
give
The
us.
only
Afraid.
thing-
We
and that's the
afraid
only-
in everything.
And then if you really pay attention, the only thing that they ever gave us free was the Bible.
Was the Bible.
I don't
Here,
give a
take
fuck.
this.
Right now we struggle on everything. Like you hungry, McDonald's will throw the food in the trash and make
Before
a
they
bum
give you
go
a
in before
food.
they give you a
But
burger to
you
eat.
know why?
But then when you standing on the corner and they stop by and drop off a Bible in your hand and they give you hope.
Yeah.
I told my home. Oh my bad, baby.
Go, go,
I
go,
told
go.
them. I told
This
my
your
homeboy
show.
at work. I mean, I was like, this year for Shantelle, I ain't got it for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because when Shantelle in need and Shantelle need help, I ain't got it. So when you call me for it, just know, Shantelle, we about to pray about it. You feel me? Because when you need it and your life's about to get turned off, what you do when you go to church, we gonna pray about it. But you done paid your goddamn tithes to it. You know what I'm saying? The church still up, but the church lights on yours about to get turned off. We
Good
gonna pray
cookie.
about it. Let's pray about it. That's what we about to do. Cause Shantelle ain't got it. We about to call on to Jesus. But when you talking to Jesus, just know everybody I see that so much. Like I spoke to Jesus, this, that, and another. Who you hear?
Man, you spoke to your conscience.
You spoke to yourself. You
Man.
hear you talking back to you.
You spoke to your
Hiring your
conscience,
lower
man.
self. You better accept it.
But the thing about it is, if we as people don't never put the effort forth, we not gonna get nowhere.
That's
And
right.
a lot of people right now.
Man, tap
they
in
say-
if y'all got questions, bro. Questions, comments, concerns.
A lot of
Tap
people
in.
right now say that, this is my livelihood. This is that. Okay, you making that your main priority because it don't have to be. If
It
that's
don't.
your only fucking livelihood, you're not doing justice for yourself.
Yeah.
No,
You're not doing justice for your family. When anybody else can control how your situation is, that means you ain't got no hustle about your ass.
You hold yourself hostage.
I got hustle. I don't give a fuck what they cut off. I'm hustling.
Off real.
Every day I'm fucking hustling. It's whatever it takes and shit.
Mhm.
I'm not depending on one situation or one corporate entity you know what I'm saying, to live my fucking life and make a legacy for my family. A corporate entity can't make a legacy for my fucking family. Because what the fuck they gonna
What they
say in my
gonna-
eulogy? He worked for this company, he worked for that company. No, I don't want that shit.
And that
You know
goes
what
back
I'm
to
saying?
this is a question DJ had. He asked, he was like about college and what do you tell your child?
Oh, okay.
That one.
Yeah.
Me to
Oh, explain to them.
I'm gonna break this down to y'all. Okay, I asked my children what they want to be, right? Okay, I don't mind you going to school for a trade, whatever. But I come from a family where we don't own nothing. We have nothing, but my family is big. I got over 40 first cousins in Pontiac, and Pontiac ain't nothing but a loop. But what is we doing? You know what I'm saying? We got certain ones. I got certain ones. Don't let me get it twisted. That's starting their own business and have their own brand. But right now, what are we teaching our youth? We teaching our youth to be the employee. We aren't teaching them to be the employer. Like
Even in
they
school.
asked me, even in school. Like I taught my kids. I mean, everybody asked me like, "What you want for Christmas?" I said nothing. You know why? I ain't do nothing for my kids for Christmas because why would I do this for my kids? And that ain't nothing I even believe in. But I can give them that fairy tale. But why would I give them the fairy tale? No, I'm giving you reality. Right now, it's shit real. I'm not about to set you up for failure to even try to make you. I'm not about to confuse you. I don't even like them going out trick or treating because
I agree.
I tell you, don't talk to strangers, but I give you that one day throughout the year, they're gonna knock on doors saying trick or treat. You feel me? So now you talking to a stranger. Now I got a 1-year-old that I'm confused. You feel me? So I don't even like.
I swear I ain't never think
Halloween.
about it like that. I ain't never think about it like that.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then especially
You talk to
nowadays,
everybody
motherfuckers
this
doing a
shit.
little bit of everything through candy.
Everything.
And who is you to be able to identify or see a hole as small as a needle going in your Tootsie Roll that your kid love and talking about some I took it to
That's
get
why you
checked.
take to the police station so they
Man,
can
what they gonna do?
CSI.
Right.
All they do is
Right.
this.
You don't want to inject your ass. Right. Take it to them. You know what I mean?
Population control, bro.
Mhm.
Hey, Hey, that's like that Corona shit. Population control.
Yeah.
We got too many Chinese motherfuckers walking around here trying to
You better stop, bro.
eliminate the motherfucking. Hey, shit. Hey, dude, that shit is real.
Dog, it
I
is,
mean,
bro.
population control. People don't understand.
Go back to the
If you take a person that eat natural, they only eat what they grow. They look totally different at certain ages than if you take the average person that eat all this processed food, all this motherfucking fast food and shit like that. They're not gonna look the same.
No.
Because the chemicals they inject in this food that they say FCA and all the motherfuckers, FDA say that it's good for you. That shit ain't good for you at all.
I mean, think about it now, but I mean, like, I love watermelon. I know the shit behind it. You know what I'm saying? What they say about watermelon, but I love it. You know what I mean? But I don't even eat it no more because when I was coming up, that's what I was about to say. When I was coming up, I had seeds. Now, now ain't no seeds. Ain't no grapes.
seeds.
Ain't no. I don't want it because ain't nothing natural. I can't throw that out and grow.
Grow, right?
It ain't real. It ain't natural. You could. And
me and my wife had a conversation about that. I think a couple of weeks ago, I bought some oranges, and they had seeds in it. And
I happy to the motherfucker.
no, I know I didn't trip because she ate it first. She was like, I couldn't enjoy the orange because there was so many seeds in it. I was like, that's good. She's like, I know it's good. I know you ain't got to go where you about to go. But I'm like, okay, all right. I'll keep my mouth closed. I'm like, that's good. It should have seeds in it. Bro, all your fruits and vegetables, all your fruits should have seeds. And your vegetables should be grown. Lettuce, what is it? Iceberg lettuce is not real lettuce. Deal with romaine lettuce.
But then why you think they always got recalls?
Recalls,
exactly.
because they know what they're doing.
Know what they doing.
But you gotta understand this, and even when I was a kid, every yard you go into had some type of vegetable or fruit in it.
Grown, yeah.
Whether it be grapevines on the fence, whether it be pears tree, a peach tree, a plum tree. If you notice, that shit ain't in the backyards no more.
Nope.
Because that shit was natural. Now the shit you pick up at Kroger's, Farmer Jack's, or whatever the fuck you shop at,
organic.
that shit ain't natural.
It ain't organic.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you understand biology and you look at the shit the way it was, anytime back in the days when you could take an average 15-year-old and he'd be average,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Compared to the days 15-year-old that's 6 feet tall, 200 and some fucking pounds,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That's all the fucking chemicals. That's all that motherfucking steroids and everything they put in the food. Why you think so many people got cancer and all types of tumors and shit? Because they experimenting.
They got the rare cancers. They're rare. Where the fuck they coming from? Why back in the days, like my grandparents in their 80s, damn near 90s, right? Now all of a sudden diabetes pop up in them. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that's popping up is high. It's high. But then we got to go back to the shots. They started somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They started somewhere. And now we got more shit than they had in their generation. There's so many different diseases. Now, where the fuck is this shit coming from?
Now.
First, I mean, even with AIDS, they say, oh, it's fucking a monkey. You know what I'm saying? Like no, for real though. Like, we're now it's eating bats. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, where is this shit really coming from?
Well, they gotta say it's coming from somewhere.
They gotta, yeah, because
they gotta blame it. They gotta blame it on something.
This shit is
they gotta blame it on something.
Chemically
created in the lab. Say that shit.
You know what I'm saying? This is not coming from animals. This is not coming from anything on earth. This is chemical fucking welfare, warfare. And if you look at it, a lot of this shit is born in labs. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, and I'm not gonna say some don't do any good, but anytime them motherfuckers missionaries go over to different countries and talk about they, you know what I'm saying, doing medical care for, you know, these poor and shit. It's my opinion, not saying that it is any truth to it, it's my opinion that they are experimenting on people that's less fortunate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say it ain't never fucking happened, because what the fuck do you think
I
syphilis
was just gonna say they do
and
this
all that
shit.
shit?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it
I mean, you got many companies that's out here, that's pharmaceutical companies that experiments on poor people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you
Shit,
know,
business.
all these
Look at the
diseases.
commercials. Look at the commercials. They
All
gonna
of these
tell
side
you
effects.
it's all the side effects. They not gonna cure your ass, but we gonna fix it for the moment. But you gonna have to keep coming back. They worse than a fucking dope dealer.
If you got a licking noise, you can take this and shit. You'll have heart disease.
Side
You know what I'm
effects.
saying? So now you gonna have to go back.
Side effects is your booty hole falling out.
Right, now
your
you
eye
know.
gonna drip.
Hell, now
Like,
you
oh.
all that shit.
Shit, I just keep the fucking common cold.
Right,
Shit.
shit. I just want to stay sick.
Right.
I don't
You
want
know,
to die.
one thing I want to share this with everybody.
Go ahead.
Like me, I love, like, I do a lot of research. And I sat back, I love to clean my ears. There's something about it, you know what I'm saying? So I was cleaning my ears
sound like
constantly
me.
with Q-tips, right? I got an ear infection. So when I got the ear infection, I'm like, damn, everything I've been researching, like, how can I do this natural? How can I cure this without going to get their medication? Do you all not know? The only thing I used was olive oil and tea tree oil in your cabinet, and it cured it.
Really?
Really.
Oh,
Olive
to
oil
clean your ear or to cure it?
The ear infection.
Okay.
I was
okay,
using
okay.
the Q-tip,
Okay.
which, you know, I know it's not right, but I
You're
do
not
damn
supposed
near
to.
every
You're
day.
supposed to use
And my ears started hurting.
peroxide.
And my ears started hurting, right?
Right.
And then I'm like, damn. I'm sitting at the house. We off for damn near 3
Yeah.
weeks. I'm like, let me see what I can find if I got something in my house, because I don't want to go buy no medicine.
Right.
Because now I'm pouring that shit in my ear. What is it doing to me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn.
Your ear
So you
connected
telling
to
me
your
something?
Nose, that's connected to your mouth. That's connected to your brain.
Hello. And then now never mind. But I'm sitting up there like, okay, well, let me go ahead and try to figure out what I can look up that can cure it. And everything I have right now is right there naturally in my house. And I'm tea tree oil is what I put in some of my cream.
That's what they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Home remedies.
Home remedies.
Yeah.
Now you gotta
it
sit
wasn't
back
all
and-
these chemicals.
It wasn't. They didn't have all
they
these
had
different
that shit.
medicines.
Why y'all think they killing all these holistic? Y'all know what I'm saying.
I can't say it, Perez.
Hey, man,
Y'all know
don't
what
stop.
I mean?
Somebody help us.
Hey,
Don't
the
stop.
herbal doctors, why
Hey.
y'all think they killing them
Herbal
off?
doctors.
You know,
Doctor.
I mispronounced everything.
Everything. Nigga, me too.
That's me.
Me too.
Don't ask me to pronounce nothing. I had to think 45 minutes before I.
Before you even talk, we be over here like nigga, this is freestyle. We don't write shit down. We just talk.
And then you know somebody judging your ass.
Like a mother. As soon as we mess up, they gonna meet us. Hey. I saw you mess up on that word on your podcast. I'm like, bro.
So let me ask you a question. As being a black woman, I'm a black father, and like I tell everybody, I raise my daughters, and I'm a single father raising girls. You know what I'm saying? I have 4 daughters, and you know my thing with them is everybody says that, okay, as a father, you too rough with your daughters. And, you know, like I tell them, I'm not going to sugarcoat the world to them, because I don't want them growing up feeling that the world is this type of fairy tale place. And it's not, because once you leave outside this house, people is not going to give a fuck about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Somebody called you a girl dad.
Right. I mean, I'm a girl
Eat
dad.
that shit, hell yeah.
4 daughters, girl dad. I deal
Hey,
with girl
raising
problems.
queens.
I buy tampons.
No, matter of fact, raising empresses.
Shit, I do
Right.
all
above
kinds of
queens.
She
shit.
got the shirt on.
Raising empresses.
My thing is, I tell a lot of mothers, especially a lot of black mothers, you know what I'm saying, that's raising sons, you know, that these generation of men, young men, are over mothered, and
I agree.
they always ask me, what do you mean by over mother? I be like, they have no man presence in their life, whether it be a father, uncle, brother, or whatever. I mean, they keep them so excluded from manly things, as far as taking out the trash, you know what I'm saying, doing certain things. It's a lot of guys now that can't change oil, that can't change a fucking faucet tire,
I gotta learn how
that
to
don't
do
know
one
how to,
nowadays.
you know, pump fucking gas and shit. I mean, this shit is fucking ridiculous, and you know, when you see them out on the streets, they have emotions of a woman.
And you see them every day, all women in this household, and you be like, bro, like, Get out of your goddamn feelings and do what the fuck you supposed to do as a fucking man.
But see, you see what you saying right now? That's where a lot of, I'm going to say black women, because there's a lot of single black women out here raising these boys. As black women, when you get a certain age in your household, when you're still a kid and you still learning, you become a man in the house. You get what I'm saying? So then you don't have no man showing you nothing.
Nobody governs over you.
Yeah,
But
because you
is it-
more soft.
But is it a choice? A lot of these women is single mothers
By choice.
and, you know, raising their sons by a choice not to have a man.
Half of these women
Soon as a man checks a young brother, oh, don't talk to my son like
Because-
that. Don't treat
Village
my
raised a
son
child.
like that.
Exactly. That's where we
Mhm.
fucking up at. That's where we fucking up at, because it's no longer a village. That's why I hate to say it. I was on Facebook the other day, and I came across something on Fox 2. A 5-year-old girl got killed on a home invasion. You get what I'm saying? And then that what we got right now is like a 5-year-old girl got killed in a home invasion. We losing our babies over stupid shit because you're not willing to go out and work because your mama, who knows what the fuck the background is, but in each adult, we still hold on to that childhood. You know what I'm saying? We still fight it, but then you still gotta fight life today. You get what I'm saying? But you still fighting all this shit. And like I posted,
so
I made
many
a
battles.
post. So many battles. I made a post. I'm like, I appreciate people thinking that I'm a strong black woman. You get what I'm saying? But as being a strong black woman, I'm up and down with that because, you know, the typical, I can go deep into a strong black woman, how that shit was created.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how much time we got.
You
You know what
got
I'm saying?
45 minutes, baby.
I can go deep into what created a strong black woman, but I am a strong black woman to a certain extent because I'm not gonna sit back and say I don't need no man. But are you worthy of being in my life? You know what I'm saying? I got 3 boys, 1 daughter. I accepted a lot of bullshit, but what I'm not willing to accept is somebody to come in my life and take my boys into bullshit. But what I'm not also gonna accept is me being a mother that's gonna sit back and just let my boys be dumb to this shit. Like, I got a 1-year-old, a 7-year-old, and 11-year-old boy. When Philandro got killed, Mike Brown got killed, Trayvon Martin got killed, I'm not that mother that's gonna sit back and sugarcoat shit. That's why I did it Christmas, because this shit ain't no fairy tale.
Right.
I sat back and let my kids watch Mike Brown get killed, Philandro get shot right in front of his girl and that baby. I let them watch this. It's fucking reality. I don't give a fuck what you dress like, what you look like. This is life.
But
you
you gotta forgive him.
I'm
You
not
gotta be
forgiving shit.
forgiving.
I'm not forgiving shit.
Nigga childish, bro.
I'm not forgiving shit.
childish.
I'm not forgiving shit. That's why I teach my kids right now. That's why the shirt I ordered the shirt. It's Black History Month, and I'ma go. This is my favorite month.
Stop.
It's
We don't
365.
celebrate,
We don't.
thank
We
you.
don't. But you know, everybody ain't like us. But I got shirts that say this shit.
My history
you
is
can't- you
black.
can't-
So I don't predicate it based off a month that only got 20 fucking 8 days. The Super
And
Bowl,
maybe 29.
motherfucking Super Bowl, All-Star Weekend, motherfucking all of these motherfucking situations going on in this month. I don't give a fuck about Black History
Hey,
Month.
look though, niggas don't wanna celebrate Black History Month, but then next month we got what? St. Patrick's Day.
Day.
Thank you.
Everybody's
Everybody's
getting
wasted.
But do me a favor, everybody that's watching this, research St. Patrick's Day and see who the fuck was the real leprechaun.
But you know, my thing, I tell people all the time, I have 4 daughters. I don't give a fuck what the situation is.
Damn,
You
I got
touch
one too.
them, you harm them,
It's over.
I'm coming for you.
Your life.
I don't give a fuck if they let you off and find you innocent or whatever the fuck. I'm not that forgiving. I don't want to march.
Now it's time for me to
I don't
hold
want
court.
to. I don't want to do no speeches.
Call me
none
that
of that
kind of nigga,
shit.
it's brother.
I don't want to do none of that because I'm gonna find out where you live,
It's over.
I'm gonna do my
and I'm
research.
gonna come
Yep.
and I'm gonna kill everybody in your fucking
that you
family.
love.
Your
Because
generation.
once I kill you, I know everybody else gonna come for me, so I gotta kill them
It's
first.
not gonna be that. Well, this officer felt that his life was in fear. You can't feel that your life is in fear from a young lady that wears 120 fucking pounds.
We go through this shit every
You know
day
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
hood.
You're not gonna feel that your life is in fear when it's 8 motherfucking police officer and you surrounding a motherfucking 19-year-old man that's only weighing 100 pounds.
Thank you.
And
You
say
know
he
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
gun.
No.
That's all you got in your
No.
life. He got a gun.
Everybody
It's over.
always got a gun.
That's
Everybody carry a gun.
Everybody got a gun.
Because I mean, I am the true motherfucking true at all aspect. The motherfucking embodiment of Malcolm X. eye
Why he
for
ain't
a
got a fucking
motherfucking
day?
eye.
I've been waiting for that day.
You know what I'm
Me
saying?
personally,
I
like,
am.
King
An
fan.
eye for an eye.
I'm not a Martin Luther King
If
fan.
you unjustly kill
That's why you got a
any
day.
family member of mine, you will see me.
That I love.
You will see me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this justice system. I indict my own fucking justice.
Dog going. Dog.
I mean, I'm for real.
Hey,
I mean,
y'all
this-
better leave
I'm
all
not-
four of his daughters alone.
I'm not hugging you in court.
I agree.
I'm not kissing your ass, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna be that motherfucker on the news talking about. Well, this is what the court's rules.
He
So
said sorry.
I just have to go
Man.
with that. No,
I'm
I
coming
don't
for
give
your
a fuck.
I'm
I'm
coming
trying
for
to-
your throat.
I'm trying to
Exactly.
figure out
And I'm
how
gonna stand there until the police come.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck did that man hug that woman in court after you
Oh, I know
killed
exactly
my
what
brother.
yeah.
You thought it was
Let
your
me tell you
house.
something.
You got me fucked up.
I done-
I'ma
That
hug
didn't,
you.
that didn't even make sense to me.
I done hung
You can't
out.
even do that shit to my cousins,
When
my
I was-
aunties, my grandma. No.
When I was in college, I done hung out and we done drunk 2/5 of all types of different type of shit. And if I walk in any goddamn fraternity house or whatever, 6 o'clock in the morning, the first thing I realize is this
not
ain't
my
my
house.
motherfucking house.
This is not my house.
Even if I pass out and I open my eyes and look at the ceiling, the first
This
thing
is
comes to
not
my
my
mind
house.
is like, where the fuck am I at?
So you know when she opened the motherfucking door, she knew she went
So
home.
in your
Thank
sober
you.
mind, and you being a trained goddamn officer,
Just getting off work because you an officer, bro. You sober
and
than
you
a
don't
bitch
know
back then.
the difference between your house
house.
and somebody else's, everything in my house is the shit that I like,
That I bought.
that I brought. People
That was
might not-
given to me.
People might not like the shit
But
that
it's
I got in my
mine.
house, but
It's
I'm comfortable
mine.
with my shit. So if I walk into my house, I know that, like, hey, I don't buy no bean fucking chairs. I don't like bean chairs. I never brought a bean chair. What the
This
fuck
is
am I doing
royalty
here?
juice. This is royalty juice in our
This
cup.
is not
Hey,
my house.
But then that goes back to us being so fucking forgiving.
We want to
We
hug
too fucking
everybody.
forgive- We want to get, but you know
And
one
we are
thing.
the only race and culture and creed that is as forgiving as we are with anybody else, but not amongst ourselves.
Because I sit back and you want sympathy, and I am not a racist. I don't have the means to be one. But you want me to give sympathy for all these fucking kids is coming up missing. But every time I click on Fox 2 in Detroit, every day it's a little girl coming up missing in Detroit.
West Side,
Matter
Hamtramck.
of
And Hamtramck.
Check out my page.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got my page is called Black and Missing.
Black and missing.
So my goal with that is to get people aware of how many black children, how many black people are missing, period, for the simple fact that we don't get the media coverage.
That we
Because
supposed
the
to.
first thing they say, oh, they runaways. All these young ladies, all these young men that's disappearing are not runaways.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. I had to put my hand up on this one. But you know what's fucked up for us? As a black woman, I don't even feel safe around a black man. Now, why is it that I gotta go feel as if I gotta go to CPL to get something that I birthed? I'm a black woman. I feel as if I birthed the universe because you, me, and I'm you. You know what I'm saying? We are one. We are seeds. So why do I gotta get a gun to protect you? I fear myself more around a brother before I will around a white man. But the fucked up thing about it is like, today women are, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But if you see me in a fucked up situation, I just walk in a gas station and they call me a bitch. Or you try to talk to me.
I don't allow that.
But it's
So
not-
say
no, it's
son.
not- son.
Thank you. Say
You
son
right,
because
you
I don't
right,
allow that.
I mean,
You're right, but
it's today's mentality.
It's-
and
it
I
is.
feel
But look
you.
though, but look
I
though,
feel
like,
you because I look at shit like
I
that.
don't feel safe. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was 5 months pregnant. I went to the gas station. I went to go get a fucking pop. I had on my work uniform. And, because I was craving this shit. They let us off work early. And I went to go get a pop. And the guy looked at me. It was like 3 little young black boys came in. They was like, who the fuck this bitch think she is? But I'm working in the work uniform.
Mhm.
And I'm looking like, damn, I'm 5 months pregnant. My clothes bigger. You don't see the stomach. But now I'm fearing you, but I'm like, you somebody's son, I got 3. So if I had a gun on me, I would have had to kill y'all.
But,
Yeah.
but let me tell you
Somebody
something.
got to die.
Let me tell you something. I
Alright,
don't
this is
feel
your
safe. I don't feel safe.
And you the elder.
And I'm an elder. I I do.
I mean, like, I feel like
I'm
you are. Like, you know, no, one thing, look, though, I got a little homeboy.
I've been telling y'all that for the last 4 episodes. Somebody else finally said it. Thank you.
Look,
I ain't the hell.
I
But
know you are.
my thing is when I say I don't feel safe, my thing is my biggest fear, and I mean it's not even my biggest fear because it done happened already. You know, my thing is I don't want to kill anybody or injure anybody
For nothing.
And when I say that, I mean because of shit that ain't fucking important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Materialistic.
Yeah.
Materialistic. I had to
Bro.
shoot somebody years ago. I had to shoot somebody, and it didn't settle well with me because I shot him. But my thing is, he put me in that predicament where I had to, and I don't like feeling like I'm put in that predicament when I had to defend myself because. At the end of the day, like I say, I got 4 daughters. I'm going home. So if you put me in that predicament when I had to defend myself just to make it home to these kids, I'll fuck your life
I'll
over.
let you go first.
I got y'all real quick. As a black woman looking from the other side, the reason that you felt that way is the same reason these other young boys are feeling this way because they have no role models. You understand what I'm saying? I was calling you. I'm like you older, you OG. Like I feel like I'm 35. I'm an OG. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm the older motherfucker in the game, and I had to talk to a little 21-year-old that 22 now, about to be 23, and I was kicking it with him. And I told him, I said, I feel sorry for you because he was in a very dark spot, and it's like, but then you got me, a woman, once again, that's coming in and trying to save him, and I'm like, you have no role models.
But it's hard for a woman. It's different languages.
Right.
It's a woman's language and it's a man's language, and it's within those different languages, it's an older man's language, and then it's a younger man's language. Like
you point at me?
Cause
And
you
then
old,
I'm in
nigga.
between.
Then in a woman, it's an older woman's language, and these young kids nowadays are not listening to the OGs. Why? Because times change, nigga. You can't relate to me, but they don't know that time cycles.
But time change. You telling me that time changed, right? But at the same time, like why the fuck would I listen to you? And I am 20, or no, I fuck that shit. I'm 18, and you fucking 50, and you walking with your fucking pants off your ass, and I'm 20. Bro, how can I take you serious?
I think it's certain people that can reach. I think it's certain people that can reach the masses of people. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
My nephews and shit, and they always joke about this and shit. They always tell me all the time. They be like, "You the Tupac of our generation." They be like,
they call me Young J. Cole.
They be like, "We listen to me."
I got caught in Nipsey, bro.
And I be like, why do y'all say that? They be like, they say when you talk with so much passion and you talk with so much realness that motherfuckers can't really turn the cheek and be just like that nigga on some other shit. He talking real
grab
fucking
their
shit.
attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I tell people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you what the fuck is right and wrong because when I was at a certain age, couldn't nobody tell me shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I am gonna tell you something that'll make your life better.
Or make you think, because you did it
If
for me
you
like he did.
choose, you know what I'm saying, to follow.
Me as well.
But that's on you. I tell motherfuckers, think, motherfucker. That's all you gotta do.
Just think about your outcome.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what the motherfucking circumstances is, what the outcome is, because I've been there already. I got 20 to 30 years ahead of you motherfuckers. So anytime you thinking about pulling that motherfucking trigger, you gotta realize that trigger come with 65 fucking years,
Yep.
70 years, life years. So if
The
you
5
looking
years
at your
with the
life,
bullet.
exactly. If you looking at your life as I'm only 17 years now, 17 years old. If I pull this motherfucking trigger, it's 65 years between that 17 years. So my 17 years of life, then I got 65 years. So if a motherfucker give me 65 years, you know how much life I'm fucking missing?
Then you gonna go back to a business. Just like we was talking about the pharmaceutical. This shit is all business. So now that's when it's gonna come back to us as black people valuing ourselves.
But,
We don't have no value.
It's
But
like
you wanna-
slavery.
I say this, and a lot of people hear me say this all the time. Why don't we value ourselves? Why? Let me tell you. It was set up for this to become. Like this is nothing but they word coming into fruition. Yeah. Why? This is an example I always use. Take 3 mice, put them inside of a maze, and put 1 cheese in there. What's gonna happen? They're gonna fight for survival. Right? That is what we do amongst ourselves. We fight for survival. I see Perez with that chain on. I don't have enough money to go and get that chain. I'm going to fight for survival. What is that chain going to get me? It's going to get me 1 notch up. My pride going to get higher. I'm going to think I'm looking good, feeling good, walking good. Everything is about survival. Well, everything started off about survival. And then we just became greedy and wanted it.
That's where the projects came.
That's exactly.
That's where we at right now.
And a lot of people don't know that the project started with the Jews, them having projects, and it had nothing to do with what we had. Our projects is, we're going to put this house, this complex of houses together, and we're going to let them live there, and it's just a project to see how they react inside of this complex. Nigga, it was never meant for us to be like this. Because back post slavery, we would give each other the shirts off our back to take care of each other.
Let me ask you a question. You good with math?
I ain't shit. Don't ask me no question.
It depends on what type of math.
Okay.
Right,
so would you work for $10 an hour?
Now, no.
No?
No.
See, you're a different type of brother.
Yeah.
Let me.
I put my own footwork in.
And I tell people this all the time. A lot of people that say they wouldn't work for $10 an hour, if they was in a situation where they got incarcerated and they was in jail, that same person that say they wouldn't work for $10 an hour, they working for 25 cents a week.
And they making themselves subjective to having to do that.
But then it goes back to why they in that situation. But it's a choice. It's a choice. But what the fuck do our young black men got to look up to? We looking at today's society. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of single mothers out here.
But you gotta stop, because I get on people about this, saying that there's not. It is. We just smothered and pushed outside of the forecast because there's so many that's doing wrong.
Exactly, but like I tell my homeboys outside, everybody that I speak to, I said we talk so much on, we know we need to get changed, but we're not taking that into consideration and stepping in because we don't got time. You get what I'm saying? But we gotta make time for this shit. We know what's fucking up with our generation and these kids behind us. We gotta do this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what I'm saying, I'm not knocking like I know what it is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, look at the role models.
I'm foot to ground. And let me say this, because 24, 25, I had a man come into my life and was willing. James Hunt, he was willing to put in the footwork to get me to where I'm at now. And he did that by all means necessary. And in the beginning, it was like, fuck this nigga not my daddy. But then he became my dad.
How many of them are here?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
How many willing to put in that footwork?
It's a lot.
You gotta stand.
But
it's a lot, but it's a lot.
It's a lot of negative.
There's a lot of bitter women, and it's a lot of government provided.
Hold on, then. I'm like DJ right now. Shit, cause I ain't no bitter woman. I done been through a lot of bullshit.
That's why you gotta don't say. I play with words. I play with words.
I feel that shit. I feel
words say, but if you look at it, bitterness and government funding comes together, because we are at a place in life where nobody wants to see the next person outdoes each other, and that's not just within men. That's with women. With women and men too. Because if one feel like this one is in a better place,
it's over.
It's a problem.
It's a big.
You know what I'm saying? It's always a competition in our community with each other. We don't have competition with everybody else.
We don't.
Not let's say, let's have a competition as far as corporation ride. Let's build us a fucking corporation and let's compete with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We competing with
Each
each
other.
other
For no
on a
reason.
small ass fucking level. It's like we basically kicking fucking rocks to each other. My rock is gonna be bigger than your rock
get
when I
nothing.
kick it to your ass, but that rock still is the same. It ain't shit.
Yeah, no, because you could be a millionaire and there's a trillionaire right there that's still
Right.
In the
controlling
same
your
room
motherfucking
you are.
ass. And I really don't get us, but like when it comes to me as a black woman, I don't like I'm not putting all black men in the same category. There's a lot of you all out here, and there's a lot of me out here. But it's all about coming together. And that's one thing about us, we don't want to come together.
Well, this one dude told me, an old dude that I used to kick it with, that used to give me a lot of knowledge. The one thing he did tell me was, you got to network with people that's on the same level as you.
Thank you.
You can't network with people that's outside of that box. So you have to be vigilant to find the people that's on the same wavelength as you are. So it's going to take time. It's going to take, you know what I'm saying, you got to look and be selective of the people that you deal with, because everybody is not going to be on the same level. And, you know, I contribute that all the time to Malcolm X. The last day he made that speech, he never thought he was going to be killed, but he got killed by his own people.
So, wait. Hell of a conversation.
Bang,
Yes.
bang.
Hell of a conversation, and there's so much more. We might have to bring you back on the show.
Hey, I'm
There's
ready.
so much more that we missed out on. But
ready.
we done already proceeded time.
Yeah.
How you want to give away your stuff? You said you don't
You know
mind
what
giving
though?
away
I'm
everything.
sorry. I know we went over a little. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was just everything.
It was
happened for a reason.
passion and it was love.
Black History
Everything
Month.
happened for
That's
a
true.
reason. It's no such thing as a coincidence.
That's right.
It's 15 things right here on this table. I had 16. DJ got one. Nope. Hey, look though, it ain't even the creams.
Take the oils
It
out.
ain't even the creams though. But DJ got off that. He got the 16th one. But I got 15 right there. You get what I'm saying? And then it was so funny because I made this one right here, and I'm like, damn, this for somebody's child. I didn't even know what I was stepping into. Everything happened for a reason. There's no such thing as a coincidence. 15. I got 15 items right there on the table. I'm about to give away for whoever, and make sure y'all include y'all kids if y'all want that positive vibes on. We out here, and it is what it is. Y'all see what it was.
So make sure y'all inbox me at Dejon Higginbotham.
Bang, bang.
Inbox Perez at Houston North Jackson. And inbox Shantelle as well. Our names is right at the bottom of this video. So make sure y'all inbox us, and for sure, the top 15 will get some positive vibes.
Right.
And then for me, number 15, like I said, this is my son's yearly death. It's his death anniversary. What me and my wife did, instead of mourning, having a funeral and doing what everybody else did, we said no. What we gonna do is we gonna create a shirt. Thanks to Monisha Drew on Facebook. She brought up the idea. We created a shirt, and all proceeds go to asthma awareness. The shirt say "Long live Duke the God." This is my son. This don't have to just be, you feel me, but this is all for asthma awareness. So you receive this. All we asking for is a love token of just a picture. We ain't asking for too much.
Yep. We have it.
So
Episode 4.
Bam.
Episode 4.
15. Y'all might want to go play that in the lottery.
15. Oh, code digit. 15.
Yeah, because this wasn't planned.
It wasn't.
We out.
You know what this about?
That's the real peace sign. This means separation.
Unity.
This means peace. This means unity. So we're going to start doing this instead of this. 2020. Learn ourselves.
You niggas just now getting off the porch. I've been in the mix since 1994. 45 caliber extendo. Now who's that peeking through my window? I guess you niggas got the wrong info. Fucking with me, you better know what you in for. I will catch a nigga slipping.